Peace. Narrated by Scott from Exuberant Knack. It is recommended that you read the story while you listen to it with headphones. Thank you and enjoy. The cliff, at daytime, owed its green and gray color to grass and its rocky nature. However, the starry night was shadowing both of these colors, replacing them with dark. The sea underneath, which was also dark, was crashing its waves against the rock body. Near the edge of that cliff were two dim headlights. They belonged to a car, which had also succumbed to the night. It had the driver's door open, and the driver herself was a few steps closer to the edge. She was looking resentfully at the crashing dark waves, as if they had cursed her for eternity. Then, she looked up to the dark and eternal heavens. She was deeply disturbed by the seemingly infinite realm of existence. Why was I destined to realize? Stainless steel shined, as she tightly grasped her handgun. She shut her eyes, casting a shadow on her inner world. With a swift movement of her hand, she could feel the cold steel pressing against her head. In her mind, she began uttering the phrases she needed to utter, in order to bring peace to the universe. Now, I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Thus, I have become peace, the bringer of harmony. The bullet traveled through the barrel, pierced through the skull and dealt its first damage to the soft brain inside. All the rapidly parting galaxies of the universe decelerated and stopped. The bullet ripped through the inner brain. All the halted galaxies reversed their motion and started accelerating. Their new roots would reunite them. For eons, the galaxies got closer and closer. The bullet destroyed the thalamus. Eventually, their separate existence as galaxies lost relevance. What remained of her brain could sense the heat of compressed, colliding stars. As the bullet slashed the synapses on the opposite side of her midbrain, her whole brain started to fail. Stars were no longer. Their contents were scattered in the infernal heat of high entropy. Neurons were rapidly disconnecting in the frontal lobe. Large elements ceased to exist. They decayed into smaller and relatively stable elements and energy particles. Large chunks of her brain were failing one after another, leaving only the few unorganized neurons of her brainstem. Entropy was too high for the proton to exist. The final hydrogen atom decayed into two up quarks and one down quark. At this point, all of existence was shrunk to the size of her skull. The bullet itself quickly succumbed to entropy. Unable to carry the burden of entropy, 32 of her 33 neurons died and decayed. Matter and energy were one, and the concept of a particle was irrelevant. Soon, existence was concentrated in the nucleus of the single neuron she had left. At a loss of resources and under the load of whole existence, the neuron could not live. Existence had nowhere to be harbored. Almost instantly, it shrunk to the peaceful oblivion of non-existence. She had become death, the destroyer of worlds. Thus, she had become peace, the bringer of harmony.